presented by Sprint.
A soaring view over the waters of Miami as we welcome you back to action. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And what was most impressive was that his decision-making and shot-taking was very disciplined and efficient. Really an excellent half.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Whether it's been from mid-range or in tight, he is taking only what the defense has given him, and he's not trying to do too much. I love the flow and rhythm he's playing with here.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the floor for Miami. On the wings, it's D. Wade and LeBron James. Lewis is out there with Chris Bosh, and it's Chalmers in at the point. From deep LeBron, but they get it back. Bosh passes to Chalmers. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And here's the intentional foul, but you know, it's coming here at a very inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a bad play there. I mean, that can really cost you the game. You've got to be smart when you make those intentional fouls.
Three-pointer. Out to Wade. Tries yet again. He takes it up and lays it in. Wade's got 11 points.
Well, the number one priority for a defense when you face this guy is to keep him getting anywhere from the basket because he's just so strong as a finisher.
And I also think he might have played a little football, Steve, because he's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively. They've clearly been the better team on the glass. It hasn't necessarily translated to the scoreboard yet.
But you feel like it's going to reward this team at some point. They've got to continue to maintain the energy. You know, if you just look at the numbers without knowing who Dwayne Wade was, you'd think he was probably 6'7" or 6'8", but the way he blocks shots and rebounds, even at 6'4", he just plays.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Knocked away. Beal with the steal. Nene down low. Who was on him? Nene expanding his range, and that one's good. Wall's got 26 points. And you go back, Clark, to that big man game for Wade, averaging about a block shot a game for his career.
Well, you think about it. He's 6'5", but he actually has a 6'11" wingspan, and you're not going to find a stronger guy at the shooting guard position. He's over 220 pounds, and there's nothing extra there, so he brings a lot to the table.
Washington making some changes. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gortat. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Bradley Beal. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Thank you, guys. I got a chance to hear what Randy Whitman was saying to the team. He said they need to start attacking in the open court. He doesn't want to see them operating in a strictly half-court offense. He wants their tempo to become more of a weapon. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Reeves it dishes to Nene. To tie, and he sinks the layup. Nene's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And they've made 3 of their first 4 shots here to start this half.
The high post shot. Here's Bosh. Rebound by John Wall. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Nene with the screen on Bosh. Wall's shot is off. Miami's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. LeBron kicks to Lewis. Three-pointer. And LeBron with the basket, the assist by Lewis. 25 points for LeBron.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Wall against Chalmers. From beyond the arc. And down it goes. Three-pointer falls in from John Wall.
And he continues to shoot well after that blazing first half.
James with it, now defended by Booker. Lewis passes to Chalmers. Back to Lewis. Feeds it to Chalmers. Lewis kicks to James. Here's the three. And he gets the bucket. James has got 28.
This is great. Three-pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to answer back on that possession.
All right, now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Look at the Heat. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. And checking out Washington, just a few spots below there.
Well, you know, looking at Miami, they've been just as tough as everybody expected coming into this season. I mean, one of the teams with a legit chance, in my mind, to win it all.
Man, with the playoffs rapidly approaching, Clark, I mean, this is what you work all season for. They've got to be excited and prepared for the challenge.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. Their fast break offense has been lacking, in his opinion, and he let his players know about it. Look for them to really start pushing the basketball. Probably a good time to make some changes with a good chunk of the second half still to go, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Outside, Wall. He tries for three. Rebounded by Chalmers.
You know, they've built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. Defense hasn't been able to set up.
Ariza outside. Here's Wall. The Wizards with another miss.
He has not been on his game, and you know their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not helped the situation. And again, a few more points added to the lead. They might be ready to pull away here.
I wouldn't be surprised, Steve. As well as they've got it working right now, that could be the case.
And the Wizards making a change here. Webster's checked in. Here's Wall. Rejected by Chalmers. And LeBron with a clear path to the hoop.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
Yeah, you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Wall's shot is off.
Their offense seems completely out of sync here. They're on the wrong end of a big run.
And then at the other end, it's been bucket after bucket after bucket, giving up a huge run here.
And the whistle blows. He decides to foul intentionally for some reason. Odd.
I'm not sure why you would foul right there. I mean, that's obviously not the smart thing to do, so a mistake there.
And Miami making a change here. Cole's checked in.
That was the third straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical, be more aggressive.
I agree, Clark, but it doesn't look like they have the will to do that at this moment.
Leaves it dishes the Wall, and it's blocked by Lewis. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. And we take a moment to check out the all-time seasons and scoring average. Lo and behold, the great Wilt Chamberlain, the former Kansas Jayhawk, featuring certainly prominently here.
No surprise there, Kevin. I mean, he averaged 50 points for a season. Think about that. Of course, it was a different era for the NBA. There were 20 or 30 more field goal attempts per game than we see now. Much faster game, much looser defense, but still 50 a game. Think about that.
Well, Trevor Ariza is not really a great offensive player, but defensively now, that's a different story. He's a stopper. He's got good length and athleticism, and I like the intensity he plays with. This is a guy that only played 1 year of college basketball. He's made a nice career for himself in the NBA.
But you have to be aware of his specific capacity to knock down the corner three. That's where he's most comfortable. That's where he's going to be. So defensively, you got to keep tabs on him.
And he also loves to jump into the passing lanes and pick you off. Likes to shoot the gap. It backfires on occasion, but like a great base runner, he seems to pick his spots pretty well.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Bradley Beal comes in for Trevor Ariza. And Andre Miller is subbed in for John Wall. And here we go, the Wizards fast break. Beal's running. Miller outside. And the miss, not the best shot selection there. And for Ariza, you remember that postseason with the Lakers, Steve, back in 2009? He shot the lights out.
Yeah, and you wondered at that time whether the light had really come on for him offensively. But I think he's still a player who's best suited rebounding, defending, being a hustle guy, an energy player. And when he makes shots, it's just kind of gravy, but really it's about everything else with him.
Good description. Here's LeBron. Drops one in from the wing. LeBron's got 37.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Beal, the pass to Miller. Unloads. Miller with another miss.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Well, it's been all about pace and space with them. Tempo, the fast break points, just a huge advantage.
Yeah, they've been looking to push it all the time and to get that early offense, and they're doing it well.
He may need some rest, guys. He looks tired because he hasn't made anything this quarter. Virtually uncontested. It's nice to be able to add to the lead without really having to work for it.
There's Beal with the three, and a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. That's 10 points here for Beal. Here's James. That misses, would have counted had it gone in. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Here is Chalmers. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Beal and Webster out on the perimeter. Gortat is out there with Trevor Booker. And it's Wall in at point guard.
Well, they haven't gotten much production from him, but they remain in the lead.
The tray, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
They better not make it 3 straight because now all of a sudden you're looking at a hot streak.
The three from Chalmers, and that one's good. Chalmers has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Right back at you. They immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading punches, that's how you answer.
And Wall kicks to Beal. They get it back. The kick out to Wall. From outside, off the mark.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. I mean, the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided. They've done a lot of good work with the ball, really moving both the ball and moving bodies, getting quality chances at the hoop.
And they're not wasting chances when they get it. I mean, they're hitting their shots.
And it's out of bounds to the Wizards as Washington retains possession. And a moment to check out Miami and who they've got coming up. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Boy, some really good matchups, and that San Antonio Spurs game definitely one to be checking out.
From past the arc, that's it, and the Miami lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Webster.
The defenders need to talk to each other. The communication lacking there on that three-pointer.
The baseline J. Wade gets the bucket.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Nene, he's checked in for Washington. Riza comes in for Martell Webster. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He got after them and told them to turn up the intensity, saying, we've put ourselves in a corner, and now we've got to fight our way out. Show me what you have. Let's see if we've got what it takes, guys.
They've been so efficient in the paint in this game. That's an area they've totally dominated.
You know, once they ID'd the edge they had inside, they just continued to attack it.
And Wall kicks to Beal. Wizards passing it around. Back to Wall. Ariza outside. Launches it. It's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
And the Heat making a change here. Lewis is checked in. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Wall dishes to Beal. Stolen by Chalmers. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Beal.
Oh, man, what a play. Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Yeah, just exerting his authority out there.
Here is Chalmers. LeBron outside. Bosch in the post. Defended by Beal. Beyond the arc. And James with the basket on the assist by Bosch. 42 points for LeBron.
And he's made the most of his chances, hasn't he? He really needs to continue to work for those good looks.
Puts up a three. Wall's shot is off. The Heat leading by 14. Lays it in off a pretty alley-oop.
Now that is a quick bucket. Pretty good in transition.
That's right. That's exactly right. He loves when he gets the chance to get out and run. That's when he's at his best.
Stolen by Bosch. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. Lewis with the three. Gortat with the rebound. Wizards trail by 16. It's Ariza on the wing. Takes the three, and the shot is good.
Now, the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open threes.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open threes, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Second team foul.
From deep, James. Rebound by the Wizards. Wall's got 4 rebounds in this game. Wall gets a screen from Gortat. Rejected by LeBron. Out of bounds. Wizards ball as Washington keeps possession. Outside, Wall. Pass to Beal. Back to Wall. Clock at 6. No one near him. Yepik goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Ariza.
Fantastic pass. He turned that one into a pretty easy basket for his teammate.
Passes to Lewis. Beyond the arc. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. James has got 3 assists tonight.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3 ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. The drive by Wade. Gortat with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. On defense, Washington. And the basket by Chalmers.
I think he's best as a spot-up shooter. When he can play off of his teammates and find openings on the perimeter, just catch and shoot. Got a quick release. Beautiful stroke.
He does such a nice job of getting himself squared up and in perfect position before the ball gets there, preparing before the pass.
LeBron passes to Chalmers, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Timeout called, the Heat.
A lot of people talked about how undersized Bradley Beal was going to be as an off guard in the NBA, but he didn't get the message. You look at how he rebounds, you would have thought he was a 6'7" guy playing the 2-guard spot. He's a terrific rebounder for his size, fellas.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Randy Whitman was just going over the plan with his team. He spoke to his players very bluntly, saying, let's get out there and wreak a bit of havoc. He thinks they've been playing a little too static at the defensive end. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
Thanks, Doris.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Now, when you talk about Bradley Beal, height-wise, he's not 6'6", but he's powerfully built.
I think he's about 6'4", but he's got long arms, Kevin, and he's very skilled. And defensively, I think the potential is there for him to be a stopper.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
You know, they can't afford to be playing so loose like that right now.
Exactly. I mean, this is when they need to tighten things up, firm things up, be more focused, not the other way around.
That is good.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Wall's got 41.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue.
Oh,
Look out!
Watch out below. Wow.
Time to turn out the lights on this game.
I think they deserve a ton of credit for the way they played here today. Truly a professional display.
tries a 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Man, he has been their unquestioned leader offensively this quarter.
There's the dish to LeBron. This one for 3. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got his 6th rebound on the night. And Wall kicks to Nene. James with the block. Deflects the pass.
Well, this is going to end in a lopsided victory, obviously. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness and the ability to close. You really have to give it up for Miami.
2 great rebounding teams, Clark.
Yeah, and these guys just worked a little bit harder tonight. That was the edge that was needed.
And these guys have played very well this season, and this win tonight, guys, will push their win column up to 55.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for LeBron James. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Here's Wade, and he didn't get quite enough under that one. From the Wizards, they're shooting 43% from the floor. And Beal kicks to Nene. Soft touch off the glass.
Tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
Boy, that pass was in the air a long time.
Long enough for him to get a finger on it anyway and send it out of bounds.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Gortat. Trevor Booker comes in for Nene. Martell Webster, he's checked in for Trevor Ariza. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Bradley Beal.
Well, their offense has kicked into gear, but seems to have arrived a little bit too late.
And as a coach, that can really be frustrating. I mean, your guys were stumbling along for most of the game, and now, when it's basically over, they finally decide to come alive.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. And here's Miller outside. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
How about that for a response?
They will say they can give the 3 as well as they can take the 3.
And here's James outside. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Allen for 3. Washington with the rebound. Here's Booker. Misses the shot. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And now, down to Doris Burke, who is courtside, standing by with our Jordan Player of the Game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, what do you think about the trend right now for this basketball team in these last few games?
We got better today. That's the most important thing. We got better. We didn't take a step backwards like we did in our last 2 games. So, we're happy about that.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you. And for Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us as Jordan presents our player of the game, LeBron James.